Hi guys! This video is going to be about 5 really popular anime that I've never seen before because, yeah, there's a lot of anime in the world and I'm sorry that I haven't seen some of your faves. I'm actually sorry for myself though, because I'm just like, why haven't you seen these? Like, you have all the time in the world, Victoria. What is wrong with you? Here's 5 really popular anime that I've never seen before, and feel free to judge me. This list is in no particular order because none of my lists are in any particular order because, I mean, seriously, you know me by now. And if you don't, you should know that none of my lists are in any order. But yeah, number 5 on the list is going to be the anime Evangelion. The reason why I've never seen it is because when it was airing in on Adult Swim back in the day, it came on really late at night, and I always figured like the later an anime comes on, the more mature it is, which means the more like smart it is. And I was just like, I'm stupid. I was around like the preteen age, and so I couldn't keep up with things. I could barely keep up with the Kardashians. I don't think the Kardashians were out, but that was a fun joke, so let's go with it. Another reason is, actually one time when I was a freshman in high school, we had like this really small collection of manga, and one of the manga that we had was Evangelion, and I was like, oh my god, I'm going to read the manga of it then. So I read the manga, and I'm just like, this is really smart. And then I just closed the book, and then I closed that chapter of my life of Evangelion. Also, there was another time where I attempted to watch it, the actual series, and I was really excited about it because I really liked the song, and I fell asleep because it was like 2 o'clock in the morning when I decided this for myself. And then so yeah, I've never seen Evangelion. Next is the anime Fullmetal Alchemist. Most of these anime I've seen at least 1 episode or something, but I just never like watched the whole series for reasons that I'm going to explain. So, Fullmetal Alchemist came out around the same time as Inuyasha, and I was a really huge Inuyasha fangirl back in the Disney when it was on Adult Swim. I was like super obsessed with Inuyasha. It was ridiculous and weird. So it came on around the same time as Fullmetal Alchemist, and I remember it was kind of on the same level of popularity as Inuyasha was, but I just wasn't here for it because at this time, most of the anime I watched growing up were kind of like shonen anime, and although like technically Inuyasha was a shonen anime, it was kind of also a shoujo anime in a way because it also dealt with a lot of love triangles and stuff. And I feel like as a kid, since I grew up watching like Dragon Ball Z and I guess Yu-Gi-Oh, that I wanted to watch a show that dealt with romance as well, and I felt like Fullmetal Alchemist looked like a show that just dealt with more violence, and I was not here for the violence. I was here for the girly things mixed in with violence. But one day they actually did decide a couple of years later to go back to the beginning and show the first episode, and I was actually awake for it, and I watched it, and I'm just gonna tell you that that first episode has to be hands down one of the best first episodes of an anime series that I've ever seen at that time and since. And like, it was just so great. Like, it kept, like, I was really invested in these characters, and it was only 1 episode. Like, I was so emotionally invested, and I was like, okay, I'm going to watch this anime. Like, this is amazing. And then I never watched it again. Since then, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood came out, and I was hearing things that like, it's the same thing as Fullmetal Alchemist, but it's different because Brotherhood actually followed the manga, whereas the original didn't really follow the manga. And so I'm just confused as to whether I should just like watch Fullmetal Alchemist and then watch Brotherhood, or just not watch the original and then just watch Brotherhood. I don't know. So that just confuses me, and so I don't watch it at all. That's just my solution. Let me just not watch it. Next is Cowboy Bebop, and I actually have like a legitimate reason. Like, the other 2 and probably the rest of these are just gonna be excuses, but this with Cowboy Bebop, this is an actual reason why I haven't watched it yet. One fateful morning, I got up in the middle of the night. I think I had to pee or something, and I do this thing, if you guys don't know me, one of my favorite channels is Cartoon Network. Actually, it is my favorite channel. So whenever I have access to a TV, I like to leave it on that channel, even if I'm not watching it. I just like it. It's kind of like a comfort thing. I don't know, I'm weird. And I fall asleep with the TV on. So one day I fell asleep with the TV on Cartoon Network, and I woke up in the middle of the night because I had to pee-pee. And I guess I go to lay back down and I'm kind of like, oh shit, Cowboy Bebop is on. I'm like, let me watch it. But then I was kind of like, Tori, you probably shouldn't watch it because, you know, it's probably the middle of the series episode. And I was like, nah, it's fine. I'm just gonna watch it. It's like 2 seconds and I'll go back to sleep. Of course, the 2 seconds that I watched ended up being the last like 5 or 10 seconds of the last episode ever. And if you've seen the last episode of Cowboy Bebop, you know what happens in the last episode. And you kind of would know why I wouldn't, like why I've just kind of like held off watching it, because it's just like, no. I like to pretend that I have the ability to black out spoilers from my mind. So like, I was like, you know, it's fine. I'll just wait a year and then I'll probably forget about it and it'll be fine. But flash forward to like, I think a year later, I'm at my friend's house and I leave it on Cartoon Network and I wake up, I guess I had to pee or something, or I was turning the volume down, I don't know. And I catch I catch Cowboy Bebop. And I'm like, okay, this actually looks pretty good. So I'm watching it and something tells me, Victoria, you probably remember last time. And I'm like, I don't really remember, I blocked it out, what are you talking about? And so I'm watching it and I'm like, this feels like this is the last, and it was. And I saw it at the exact moment that I saw it, like that year prior, and I just really wanted to kill myself. I was just like, really? So I kind of just don't want to watch Fullmetal Alchemist. I mean, why do I keep saying Fullmetal? I kind of don't want to watch Cowboy Bebop because, I mean, it's gonna suck because if you've seen the last episode, you know what I'm talking about, and I like to be emotionally invested in characters, and it's going to be kind of really hard for me to be emotionally invested in these characters now because I know what's going to happen. I know their fate. Well, I know one guy's fate, and it's just like, fuck. Whoa, I changed my shirt. Magic. 2 on the list is going to be the anime Clannad. Back in the day, I remember hearing of Clannad. Like, everyone always talked about Clannad in forums and stuff, and on Crunchyroll, everyone's just like, Clannad is the greatest love story ever, blah, everyone should watch Clannad, you'll cry, you'll want to die, it's just so amazing. And I really wanted to watch it. I was like, yes, I'm gonna watch Clannad. But I couldn't find it anywhere, because this is back in 2007, where like finding anime was like finding gold in dirt. I don't know where I was going with that reference, but yeah, I finally found it on this website. But do you guys remember those websites where like in order to access the website you'd have to like unlock it by using surveys? Yeah, I didn't end up watching Clannad because of like that stupid survey, and that was the only site that had all of the episodes, and it was just a really sad day to be me, and I kind of just gave up on Clannad. And then like, they're so loud. And then like, now you're probably like, okay, you can watch it now. There's no excuse now because you can watch literally any anime whenever the fuck you want. It's very shallow. And that drawing style is horrible. They look horrible. That is like the most ugliest artwork of all time. I know, I'm the pot calling the kettle black, I understand. Like, I've been spoiled by HD, pretty animation anime, and so I know I shouldn't. I'm a part of the problem because there's so many pretty anime that's pretty to look at with shitty plots, and there's just one shitty anime to look at with an amazing plot, and I'm just totally not gonna watch it. But I'm gonna watch it one day. One day, I promise. Proms.com, pinky promise. Mobile Suit Gundam. Never seen Mobile Suit Gundam. And it's the same reason why I never seen Evangelion. Because I don't like mecha. Like, I just don't like it. I don't. It's too smart. I really wish I could get into it because people are like so like, you know, obsessed with it. And like, I want to know. I want to be in the know of the obsession. Like, I want to be like, why? Like, what is so amazing about fucking big ass robots? Like, I really wish I could see the hype in it, but I can't. I physically cannot. So that was my list of really popular anime that I've never seen before, that you probably are shunning me like, oh my god, you're not really an anime fan because you've never seen this illustrious series of amazing, I hate you, blah. What is a really popular anime that you've never seen before, that you're kind of ashamed that you've never seen before? Like, you want to see it, but it's just like, fate didn't have it in your cards to see it. Please please put it in the comments below. Thanks again for watching this video. See you soon. Bye!